Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Video True, and welcome back to Stellaris, where last time we won our first war, and now the Ganvius block, those wonderful dancing plants to the south of us, they now work for us, alright? We tax them, I would say, a very fair 25% of their energy, and nothing else. Other than that, they remain totally independent. They need to join us in our wars, obviously, because they work for us, but they get to keep all their money, their food, their consumer goods, their alloys, their influence, their unity, their research, absolutely all of it, alright? I would say I am being very, very generous, and today, we're gearing up for war. There are dicks to the north who are getting stronger and stronger, and it must not be allowed to stand. So, first things first, I need to check whether anyone else would be interested in coming to join me if I were to declare war against these guys. Here we go. Now, this is marvellously good news. If I were to declare war against them, even though it would not automatically pull in the tiles, they would be interested in declaring war regardless. Very, very nice indeed. So as a result of that, are they still in if I'm... Yeah, if I'm planning to actually just claim from the enemy, they're totally up for that. The Ganvius would be forced to join as my subsidiary, and they're bringing like 1,000 strength with them as well. Okay. Now this is interesting, but there's more we need to do yet, because here's the thing. I want to take over systems from the Euthonians over here, right up to this point, Wraxham. I don't want a huge amount, really. I just want to move the border a little bit, so I can fortify a single system, and not the Euthonian Blockade 1 and 2, as exists right now, because that's very inefficient. But in order to do that, I need to make sure the Rontus don't get involved. And that's why we are, even at this exact moment in time, upgrading the Rontus Blockade. Alright, the Rontus Outpost is going to become my first ever Starhold, which is pretty darn cool indeed. Then we just need to, further harden that. It's all going to be fine. Everything's going to be A-okay. But while we're working on just, reinforcing the blockade up here, building new ships, etc, 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 I have myself a new idea, which is, I've been spending a lot of time looking down here at the Zikmok, thinking, okay, do I want them to be friends? Do I want them to actually work for me? But then I realised there's a much better candidate floating around down over here, which is these guys, the Valdari Trading Coalition, who are a mega corporation, and thus, fundamentally, their big thing is they are very, very good at generating money. And if they were a subsidiary of mine, they'd have to hand over a significant part of that money. Now that's interesting because they are just inferior to me because their fleet power is pathetic. I think they must have had a war at some point. I can't remember who with, but apparently they've just never really bothered building a fleet. But they control a decent chunk of space that's directly to the south of where I am. In fact, actually, they've only got one planet. They never actually settled a different planet. Okay, interesting choice. So I can't see much of what's going on down there, but it is valuable. It is gathering a fair amount of trade. That is worth a decent amount of money. So, yeah, actually, these guys could be just flipping perfect for me to add to my growing coalition of entirely willing employees. Flippin' spot on, because I don't think anyone's going to be able to do anything about that. The Zigmoks next door seem to like me. The Polismus over here, the seaweed people, they've actually just entered a war with the Quiramulan to the north of them, so they're occupied for the time being, and the Quiramulan are not exactly that strong to begin with. So probably the best thing we can do is, just fortify this boundary, take some of this stuff sooner or later. No desperate rush for it, though, to be honest. Yeah, taking over that trade partner just to actually have the money off them to fund my own expansion, that's worth it. Because here's the thing, a subsidiary doesn't actually count towards my empire size or admin cap at all, which is marvellous. So I can have as many vassals as I want. Now, admittedly, if the vassals altogether get a bit too strong, that might be a little bit on the worrying side, but 2 feeble vassals just feeding me money, that works for me. And a vassal that is quite feeble in terms of its fleet size, but is potentially capable of feeding me a large amount of money because they're a MegaCorp, now that could work. Now up to this point I have been slightly dependent on the fleet patrolling to keep trade under control and stop piracy getting out of hand, but with Valis having recently been upgraded to actually have a shipyard and an anchorage, that should actually, help out with the trade situation. So, on which basis the fleets can actually migrate south. And actually, where is the... Here we go. We've only got one border with these guys, in fact. We've got ourselves a border in this sort of... Actually, no, we've got two. We've got this over here, this over here. Fine. Which fleet is currently closest? You are... Yeah, you're pretty close to this. So you head the long way round to here. And the Murder of Pirates, you head over here. In fact, actually, you know what? This needs a better name. Because Murder of Cowicka, I don't know what one of those is exactly. But... here's the thing, this is the fleet that actually fired the final shot that won the Ganvius War, so I think they should be named to honour that. So yes indeed, this fleet is now the Murder of Ganvius. So the Murder of Ganvius is going to move around here, the Murder of Pirates, because they've traditionally actually cleared out a whole bunch of pirates and kept the trade coming in, they can actually report in to this area over here, and then we can launch a dual invasion from here and into here and just start mopping all of this up. These guys should not be able to put up any significant resistance as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what's in this station? Can we even... We don't know what's actually in this station, but honestly, yeah, we should just be able to move in, wipe out all of their space, just claim all of that bit by bit. They're not going to be able to do anything to me. One of my fleets could, like, stay back and just make sure they don't cause any trouble in my own space, because they've only got these two ways to actually get into my space. But another fleet just heads down here and slowly starts taking out their planet. They won't be able to hold out much against me. So, the fleets are going to move in position over there. Station. I actually need to... And yep, station's under attack, because I think the station regrows when you reload the game. And the Void Spawn, of course, is still in prosperity, so it's just taking out stations one at a time. Ah, this is fun, by the way. So the Kingdom of Yongdarim over here, and the Trade Union on this side of the galaxy, are you guys in, like, a formal federation or something? Yeah, there is actually a federation there. A federation between, this divine empire and the guys who sell them stuff to the south of them. Okay, that's actually probably not that weak. Those guys are inferior. Their fleet is pathetic. They just haven't really built it much as yet. Yeah. We've got the Kingdom of Yondarim. A lot of empires around here seem to have less strength than me in terms of, sheer fleet power. The problem is, we've got these guys up north who are going to be trouble, I suspect. Still, it is nice that the Tiles are willing to actually assist. They've only got 3,000 strength in their fleets, but that's going to be enough to actually, contribute quite significantly. We also still haven't quite 100% sorted out the bloody problems with consumer goods. We're still losing them. Which is incredible. We've just got so much consumer good demand going on right now, mainly because now we've got 4 planets, the population is going up a lot faster. We've got huge amounts of people actually wanting consumer goods, and what do we have here? Ooh, another First League artifact has just been recovered from dimensional travel, advanced bioweapons. Okay, whatever this is, we definitely shouldn't actually, pull random levers. This time, if there's a random lever, do not pull it. In fact, here's fun. We might actually be able to find another First League thing right now. There is, up in Varna, something to be done there, and a naval base that is down over... we're literally scanning both of those immediately. Absolutely spot on. Oh, and hello, more Federation news. They are forming all over the shop. The Tenets of Tabby has decided to throw its lot in with the trading geckos next door. Well, that is... very, very interesting indeed. Oh no! Oh, the Tenants of Tabby are literally rivaling the Infinite Pond. And federations are forming up. And the Infinite Pond is also part of a federation. Oh, this is... this is going to lead to a very, very big war, isn't it? A very big war. And by the way, is that by any chance... I think we've got another Fallen Empire. Right! We found the Spiritualists, and they're appallingly ugly birds. And don't forget, our new branch office on Ganvius, in order to actually, make sure it doesn't get shut down and we do make our money back, we will need to invest in that at some point. And, hang on, what else is that? The Glorious Compact, that is... that's the donkeys. That's the donkeys over here. So they are now associates, so, they're looking to add the donkeys into that federation too. And I would not be surprised if they tried to get the Citizen League of Elegan in there. Yeah, there's going to be trouble in that part of the world, because the tasty elves of the Farine Combine have been to war against the Elegan before, so, Yeah, trouble is brewing up north. Oh, and we've discovered what's down south and actually stopped the Ganvius spreading in this direction too. The flipping automated dreadnoughts there. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, the biggest ship in the world is just chilling out right here. And we definitely can't handle that right now. Though it is actually guarding some form of Arctic world. We don't know anything about that Arctic world, however. And one other world too. Ooh. A size 20 tropical world. Okay. Those might theoretically be of interest. Generally, worlds that are being guarded by Leviathans are good news. Right, so we've got a whole flipping bunch of Leviathans in this part of the world. Automated Dreadnoughts there. Enigmatic Fortress is right there. Stellarite Devourer is over here. Dear oh flipping dear, we want to be careful of all of this. This could get nasty. In fact, are any of them allowed to move? No, I think those ones are all static, which is good. So they're not going to wander around and potentially trash my empire. Now, something else we need to do, by the way, is, yeah, increase our fleet capacity. Because right now we are, ouch, 9% increase in my cost of upkeep due to naval capacity being over. I need to sort that out. Just throw down a few extra buildings in some of my shipyards or something. And there we go. Another First League artifact. And my science ship is heading straight up to Varna to potentially collect the... Ooh. Never mind. We've got enough. Right, so. We've managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of Fens Habanis, the home system of the Great First League. We should launch an expedition to this system before someone else beats us there. Right, contact the nearest starship. Does anyone know... How did you just do that? Oh, it is 2171. Right, unfortunately, yes. Even with just like one police office on the world, it's so difficult for crime syndicates to actually stay on planets. Honestly, I think it needs to be a tiny bit rebalanced. Right now, it's just too difficult. It's just way too easy for another empire to just kick you off their worlds. Right, improved deflectors, good news, and this is what... Oh, this is tough. Right, a new level of power, great. A new extra tier of research complexes. Would require gas to continue operating, but then so does the upgraded energy nexus. Ouch. That is... Oh, that's tricky. That's really tricky, but we can buy... We can buy that. You know what, let's go for research complex. That's going to be fast to do. Get that done. Now, that First League something... Does anyone know where that is? Because I thought we were supposed to be, like, getting a special flashing alert about where that is. But where's Fen's thingy McJibjib? Because I don't see a flashing alert. Here it is. No, it's actually a new situation log thing. Right, track that on the map and... it's a new system right over here. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. Deploy the science ship over in that direction, and do we already have a... No, we don't actually already have a construction ship in that direction. Right, deploy the construction ship in that direction. You may as well, yeah, just lock down this place, because we're going to be wanting to head up there, because whatever's going on with the First League, we want it. I can't remember if I've ever even got to the end of this chain before. I think last time I got a different one, so yeah, this is good. This is very, very good indeed. And who are the... Hang on, the Jubaran. The Jubarans are... yes, little octopus people over here. You are vaguely octopusy. Well, kind of. Like, a Hydra's... I mean, I vaguely see where you're going with that. Those, like, necks rather than legs. I see where you're going with this. Now, as I was saying, yes, we do indeed need ourselves a lot more fleet capacity to get rid of that plus 10% to the upkeep, because that is bad. So, Naval Logistics Office... Get that built over at Valus, because then that'll be worth an additional 2 capacity right there. Do we have any spare? Oh, Rontus is done. Rontus is flipping done. Up to 2,000 strength already. Alright, let's build ourselves a handful of extra gun batteries right here, spot on. And for the building, what do we want to do here? Okay, target uplink computer. That's fun. Ship weapons range plus 50%. But that's for the ships. Okay, so that's providing assistance to ships. I want this thing to be as tough as it can be on its own. So communication jammer. Slow down those ships and reduce their chance of being able to actually escape. Alternatively, shield hit points down 20%. That's quite significant. Yeah, go on. Let's actually have a disruption field generator right here. They're going to try and punch their way through this, and it's going to go horribly wrong for them. And I'm going to laugh so flipping hard. And surprising precisely no one, the Elegant has been added to associate status of the Tenants of Tabby. Yeah, the Tenants of Tabby is trying to build up a mighty alliance against the Infinite Pond. I see. Ah, and this is very important. One of my science ships has discovered ancient mining drones, which is very, very important because, yeah, I think this unlocks one of the edicts that can be very powerful for boosting mineral intake, which can be very useful for me. So, yeah, special project, drones, I want that. Get that done immediately, please. That is very important. Ah, that was because I actually finished the investigating a type of alien thing. Fine, we'll do the other one. I can't remember what the CAF aliens were, but it's only going to take you 5 months, so get on with it, because some of those investigate aliens things, even if they're just like creatures, can be very, very valuable. Now, Cornwall, and also Asprania. You guys clearly need... Oh, you're up to 56. Ooh, okay. Now, for once, do not ship people away immediately. Don't do that. What's the situation here? Asprania has plenty of amenities and plenty of housing. Alright, so we don't need any of that. But actually, there's an intellectual governor right here who, in theory, might be better off over on... Hang on, prosperity. Who's managing prosperity right now? Righteous and architectural interest. Honestly, we're probably going to be building just as much on Asprania. This is a small world without a huge amount of building. Yeah, go on. Let's actually swap you guys round. Because prosperity is, weirdly, going to turn out to be, I'd say, a pretty major science hub. Now, with that down, yeah, building should actually be, yeah, 10% cheaper to do. Which is very, very welcome indeed. So, with you now in play here, what do we want to do? There is a gene clinic. Gene clinic would produce growth speed, which would be nice. That does produce, yeah, well, amenities from medicine. We've got enough amenities here, which I think is being produced primarily by trade. There is a bunch of spare population, 2 unemployed lower class pops right now, although... Okay, we could just get those employed immediately. Marvellous. Didn't realise we had that set like that. So while we will need some jobs here, it's not exactly urgent. Jobs should not be the priority. It's what we actually need to produce. And bear in mind, Cornwall also has a slot available. This guy's already... Yeah, we've already got plus 10% food off the governor here. So this is the right governor for an agri world. Abso-flippin'-lutely. Now, would I like Cornwall to just continue basically going down to... Ooh! Cornwall can actually have a corporate culture site because it doesn't have managers yet. And we do need managers. We desperately need managers because we are falling behind in Unity. So... if a planet doesn't have a corporate culture site, it ought to have one. Ah, but then again, amenities here are low, and housing is low. Yeah, I'm going to build just a little bit of luxury housing, just for safety. Yeah, that'll be what we build here. That's fine. That'll actually sort out any problems on Cornwall for the time being. Now that leaves us with not a huge amount of money for this place just yet. Let time tick along. We might want to build something cheap here. Some of the cheapest stuff is 180... resource silos. That'd be a waste on the capital. We've got... Actually, we don't have that much alloy coming in right now, which is a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, alloys are a little bit on the low side. Could have an energy grid, but honestly, this place is barely producing any energy at all. It's producing, like, yeah, 20, just as like the Empire base, because your capital just produces a certain amount of base energy. That's not that exciting, and... Okay, these two have decided to break their migration treaty, which I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure those two are at war right now. And sadly, you're only allowed 1 robot assembly plant per planet. So I cannot just throw down more of those and just keep pumping out the robots to ship off elsewhere. You know what? I wouldn't mind Asprania growing a bit more quickly. I'll probably slap down a gene clinic. It's not the worst thing in the world to have, yeah, bonus pop growth and bonus amenities. It's not that bad at all. Ah, I have just remembered something though. Part of the reason we might be struggling on consumer goods is, a long time ago, I actually shifted my economy over to militarized. Ooh, I probably want to go back over to a mixed economy. Oh, this is really going to hurt the alloys. What's that going to do to the alloys right now? That's going to do horrible, horrible things to the alloys, but it should sort out the... Right, well that's sorted out everything, and it's barely made any change to the alloys at all. I should have done that a long time ago. And we've also, yeah, spotted void clouds. Do the cloud study. I think that's actually a useful one. Get on with that. That's only going to take you like... You just said 15. I saw that before it updated to 18. Ah, yes, the fleets are in position, by the way, so no reason not to bring these guys into the Empire. Yeah, fleet power is pathetic. Technology has fallen behind. Honestly, we're doing these guys a favour by bringing them into a bigger, more successful corporation. Don't think of this as conquest. Think of this as acquisition. Hostile acquisition, perhaps, but still, acquisition. This is basically a promotion, alright? This is going to work out brilliantly for you guys. So, let's just check if they want to say yes to that. They won't, they'll refuse, but them refusing basically gives me the right to declare war on them. Marvellous. We've just actually gained the Casus Belli over there. Marvellous. You guys have decided to say no, you'd rather be independent. Well, that's very, very unfortunate because, the Ganvius block might actually do some of the work for me. They've got like 1,000 ship strength ready to go. Why flip it not, eh? So, declare war. Congratulations. We are now going in. So, you guys just basically head round over here and just clear out these systems. And you, head over here and just basically... Oh, hang on. Don't do it just yet. Stay out for the time being. Just wait for it to actually go... We are at war, right? Okay, fine. I thought that like went red or something when we were at war. I couldn't remember. Right, you guys, just head over here and start clearing out all of this, if you'd be so kind. Marvellous. The fleets can go in. They can handle all of this. This is nothing to be worried about at all. So we can just basically go in, smash all of these bastards. Lovely. If it's war you want the Almeta Syndicate, we will give you plenty of bang for your buck. We go big or go home. Alright, fine. If you want to begin the war by saying that out loud, you're more than welcome to, I suppose. So yeah, we are now beginning the war by sending in our fleets. These guys have just got tiny, tiny things. Ooh, and we found the First League headquarters. So Fens Habanis III was an administrative centre of the First League throughout most of its existence and served as the seat of their Great Senate. The planet was densely populated with a planet-wide... Oh my goodness, this is actually one of the new things, one of the new megastructures. And no, that's a gas giant. Oh, it is as well. It's Coruscant. I've found flipping Coruscant. This is a new megastructure. Can I just settle this? I mean, logically, I can just settle this, right? Ooh, this is very exciting. One enormous metropolis. When the League collapsed, food shipments ceased virtually overnight. Those with the means departed for other worlds. Most of the population remained behind. Mass starvation and anarchy followed as the planet was carved up between warlords and criminal organizations. Ooh, well, good news. I am one of those, so there will be no big change over what you're actually expecting. Beautiful. The population continued to dwindle for centuries till the planet had been reduced to little more than a lifeless ghost world. A final epitaph of the First League. Ooh. Nice. So that generates, yeah, pile of influence, pile of society research, and a ludicrous pile of unity. Love it. Yeah, this is how these new ecumenopolises work. So what you've actually got is, rather than usual districts, they have their own unique districts. So it can hold a maximum of 25, but weirdly, each of these can only have 5 each. Does that mean it ends up like slightly empty? I don't know. And this is the First League capital. That doesn't actually provide any bonuses. It's just a thing. Ooh, this is cool. This is very, very cool indeed. But, I see the problem. So this place is going to be a bit on the, expensive side to dig out. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the problem here. So, there's a lot of ruined arcologies, and we're going to have to fix them up. But there's also... there's also just, like, 10 science go, but I'm not sure those are actually... Right, okay, that's a bug. That's probably going to be fixed, yep. So, Fens Habanis has just basically generated some slight descriptions that probably shouldn't be there. So, okay, what there actually is yeah, why does it say 25 if it's... Because that says 20. There's 20 things for... Yeah, but that's 20 You know what? We're just going in. We're going to totally 100% colonize this. So, lock it down as soon as you flipping can, please. Alright, just get over here and... Oh, we're not actually done surveying the thing yet. Right, after you're done with that, then just wander over here and... Oh, no, you've already actually taken care of that. That's fine. Right, everything's okay. Now, how many of these can we get in one go? Ooh, specialist output increased by 5%. Yes, I kind of need that. That's useful. Or, city districts provide an additional clerk job. Honestly, we're not desperately lacking in jobs, to be honest. We've got enough jobs, we just don't have enough people, and the economy in general is not in great health. So, specialist output up by 5%. I'll take that, and yeah, we're already halfway to the next one. Spot on. So yeah, our plasma weapons are just tearing apart these little stations, and we've also got enough point defense to shoot down any rockets they're trying to fire at me. Yeah, this is fine. This is going to take no time at all. No idea where their actual fleets are. They don't really have much of a fleet, I don't think. So, okay. This should go absolutely fine, to be honest. This will be all okay. Oh, this place isn't messing around either. There's a flipping giant asteroid that's worth like 10 resources right there. Love it. Ooh, and Foundation hits 15 population. So, what do we need to do here? Amenities is okay for the time being, and housing is okay-ish for the time being. These guys also do not have a corporate culture site, which would not be the worst thing in the world, because, again, Unity. I've been falling behind on Unity, so having just a corporate culture site in every planet that can support one would not be the worst idea in the world at all. Alternatively, I could do with having an alloy foundry down. That would potentially be very, very useful indeed. Because right now, plus 32 on the minerals, plus 14 on the alloys. That's probably about balanced, to be honest. Maybe, do I really want to be giving up more minerals than that? Because I need minerals to be upgrading the planets. It's not just about alloys. Alloys I'm still floating a healthy volume of. What's the right thing to build now? I mean, this guy is... Hang on, this is... Wait. Foundation? Wait, why did I send you there? No, that was the place you weren't supposed to go. You're supposed to go to Foundation. There we go, that's better. So Foundation and its research labs are now being boosted by the fact there is an intellectual leading the place. Plus there's like bonus 10% to science, and an even bigger bonus to engineering. You know what? I think we can just about pull this off. I am going to slap down a second set of research labs on this world. This is going to be my science world, alright? This is risky. I'm going to regret this. In fact, I should probably put down a... I can't afford a city. I should probably put down a city on Foundation. So there's actually a nice, proper city there as well. Right, these guys have successfully handled all of this. After that, you guys probably head up here. Do I actually want to bother claiming all of... this? You can probably do that later, to be honest. You head over here, clear out that there ship, marvellous, and sonified science. The assessing crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual patterns of interference in the Fen-Habarnis. Ah, this is the Fen-Habarnis system. The signal is a song. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication. Well, I'm going to guess it was the First League, guys. Alright? I'm not a scientist. I didn't go to your fancy research schools, but I'm going to guess that the signal we discovered inside the First League home system that is incredibly sophisticated was produced by the First League. Oops, cyto revitalization ready to go, so upgraded medical clinics and... eco simulation plus 10% food from farmers. Yeah, we are still struggling to feed our population. But cloning is plus 10% growth. That's very nice. No. Focus on food for the time being. That will be done very quickly. And we're also busy with drone studies right now. And also cloud studies. Blimey, I'm keeping my scientists a bit busy at the minute. In fact, hang on, that is... are you guys taking a shortcut right now? Yes. You guys are going in that direction. I see ya. I flippin' see you. You decided to come and fight, have you? Well, if you want to come and fight, you can. You can fight as much as you flippin' want. Where are the reinforcements, by the way? They're on the way. They're on the way right now. So, these guys have sent what they've got. And also, hang on, who's that exactly? Which is there's a new system being given associate status, and it's these guys up here. Fine, so this is becoming quite a powerful little grouping over in this part of the world, I see. It looks like we're going to have ourselves, yep, we got a fight on our hands right here. We have got a fight in our hands, and my system will be providing a small amount of firepower. I believe I've got the technological advantage, however. We're going to take some losses during this fight, absolutely. But yeah, we do actually have a little bit of backup firepower coming off the station itself, though I think it might have immediately broken. They're starting to bail out. I'm not. They are struggling to even penetrate my shields. I don't actually have an admiral present at the minute, which I probably should do, but no matter. We seem to be winning. I think we've just got the technological advantage here. And once we get through their shields, yeah, as soon as the shields actually go down, the plasma just tears their ships apart. They're bailing out. Yeah, they are badly, badly damaged, and we have taken barely any damage at all from that fight. Marvellous. Though, weirdly, they seem to almost entirely escape, which is a bit of a shame. And as for the Void Clouds, yeah, there we go. Obviously, if my choice is 33% damage to Void Clouds, or I get 10% more physics forever, yeah, I think I'm taking that. That's a weird choice to give me. It's overwhelmingly, of course, one thing rather than the other. Beautiful! So, that is a good start to that war right there. You guys, by the way, can you guys just stay here? No, don't go anywhere like that. These guys are... Oh! 2,100. When did you guys get so strong? I don't know when those guys got so strong, but okay. Right, in that case, Murder of Ganvius, you are now actually my strongest force. So how about you begin actually, yeah, trying to break through their defences. Murder of Pirates, you can actually just head down this way and just take this little side area spot on. So they're starting to become tired. We're starting to just blast our way for all of that. Their fleet is badly damaged. We can't use Subjugate anymore. That's fine. We've already pushed it. The war has begun. And... interesting. There's actually, yeah, there was actually trade going on between the Quiramulan and the Snails up north. I did not think those guys got on, but hopefully that means these guys are just not interested in joining the pact over here. Now. The Rontas blockade, up to 3,000 strength. Admittedly, they've got about 4,000 strength here, but this should be enough to significantly dissuade them, because, oh, it's just lovely. It's just so sexy. I'm just going to slap an extra defense platform down just to help out a bit. Oh, yeah, Elegan is now in a migration treaty with the tenants of Tabi. They are just basically being prepared to join the Federation 100%. Oh, and finally, the Ganvius have shown up. Little bit late to the party, guys. Little bit late to the party, but better late than... Oh, they're bringing 400 strength in troops. Okay, the Ganvius have provided the troops I don't have. Oh, that's flippin' marvellous. Right, Murder of Ganvius. No, don't rename them, but I would like you to be followed, if you'd be so kind. Here we go. So, Murder of Ganvius, if those guys would like to follow the Murder of Ganvius, that would actually be spot on. So, Murder of Ganvius will now actually be leading the actual Ganvius forces. Oh, that's just offensive. But yeah, the Ganvius now have no choice but to follow the Murder of Ganvius. And I assume that's what you're planning to do. No, they're following Murder of Pirates. Murder of Pirates is not actually set to be followed, but okay, hopefully they'll figure out what I want them to do at some point. And another very easy choice here, so the mining drones, either plus 33% damage to mining drones, or I can give every single one of my mining stations 10% output. Again, a weird choice to even give you, given it's so unbalanced. Alright, fleets in position, ready for combined operations, including combined operations with the actual Ganvius, who have brought, yep, they've brought 1,000 strength together with all of the actual manpower I don't have. So if they want to actually provide that manpower, that'd be beautiful. So now we just basically, oh yeah. Yeah. Good luck. Now we are actually engaging in coordinated assaults. I have actually got the point defense to shoot down all of this. This is a tiny platform. Reinforcements coming in just to make absolutely sure. There's the Ganvius behind us. Well done, lads. Thanks for showing up. Be flipping beautiful. And now that basically leaves us ready to launch the main assault against Valshow. And technically, they actually just own that system. Well done, lads. Right. In we go. And the Ganvius are coming too. Oh no! They're counter-attacking! Oh, lads. Lads, that is ballsy. That is ballsy. They were trying to do a breakout there. Oh, but it's not going to work. Now there's going to be so much firepower on them. They are really going to struggle to get away in time because they are massively outnumbered by multiple fleets at this point. They're trying to warp away, but no. Several of them were destroyed. Good. Good. And are we continuing on our way? Yeah, and that's good, because now that means we can actually knock out the platform without the ships themselves there. Spot on. Oh, here we go. Oh, the blue lasers. And now we are through the shields. And now you are being absolutely flipping destroyed. And in come the Ganvius at the rear with huge amounts of firepower. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And, oh, we've caught their armies. We've caught their armies out of position as well. Oh, this is good. Right. Commencify bombardment of Vaknosha. Alright. At this point, they probably regret messing with us a bit. And there's the research complex. Beautiful and sexy. Oh, Hyperdrive 3. Yeah, go on. That's going to be slow to do, but it's worth it, because that's shown up surprisingly early, so that will be a significant movement advantage. And here we go, gas extraction wells, or exotic gas refineries. Oh, hang on, is that what I can actually do with the gas wells thing? Yeah, I bet it is. I've actually got one of those. Hang on, which planet is it on? It's on Foundation. Yes, that's very good, because exploiting the resource, the gas, I'm not sure I've actually got any gas to exploit. In terms of just, hang on, have I got some? No, I've got some down there. I've got like 2 down there. Or there's the exotic gas refinery things. That converts minerals into that. Wait, hang on. Does that let me just produce it anywhere? Or does it mean I need to actually just spend minerals to... You know what? Let's go for exotic gas extraction. Because I know for a fact what that does. That actually just lets me build mining platforms around the gas. And I have some of that down in Grekel. And there might be some more elsewhere as well. In fact, you know what? Turn this off for the time being. Yeah, some down in Grekel. And then Prosperity is just isolated in its quarantine zone. Those are volatile moats. That's just a bit of trade that's not actually being collected right now. That might be your lot, actually. No, hang on. There's actually some over there as well. Fine, so we should go and lock down that system. But more importantly, Fen Habanis is mine. So, the 4 types of district. Residential provides housing plus 15. Oh, blimey, this is expensive. This is very expensive. So, Foundry Arcology, that produces housing plus 10, housing plus... Okay, do any of these produce anything that's not... This is weird. This is... You know what? We're going to go and have it anyway, because I want it, quite frankly. So, we are totally just going to go and check that out. We'll figure out how they work once we get down on the ground. Now, this one makes a bit more sense. So, Leisure Arcology, producing entertainer jobs and culture worker jobs. So, producing... Oh, wow. So basically a load of people capable of producing sociology, unity, and amenities. Though I believe that's just a large number of jobs doing the same thing as an entertainer in a holo theatre. So what I would assume would be like, say, I don't know, the industrial ecology would do the same thing, but like for industry. And the foundry, but for like, you know, foundry jobs. But they're not showing up. So in which case, do I need to like clear out all of this before that happens? You know, I might actually regret trying to land on this thing. It looks like it's going to be expensive. Like, really expensive. To try and actually get this place fixed up. Because 500 energy a go to clear out each one of these sections. So 500 energy buys me 1 max district. Okay, because right now there's nothing. There's nothing here at all. Fine. Right, we'll get back to that after the war's actually done, because, yeah, the bombardment of Vaknosha has begun, and, ooh, you guys were not doing so bad, up to 60 population to 56 jobs, and now we are just slowly bombarding these lads. Okay, no devastation yet, but that will start going up momentarily. There we go, everyone's into position. Don't invade yet, by the way, don't invade until I say so. So, no, don't invade! Why would you have invaded? Don't invade! You mad bastards! We're not ready! No! No, no, no! Okay, so, at this point, those guys have decided to actually begin invading immediately, which is fascinating. I mean, technically, they are stronger, but they really should have waited actually. They should have waited a lot longer. I mean, could they actually win? I'm not sure if they can actually win. They might speed up my ultimate victory because, yeah, they're disengaging and they're... Oh, bloody hell, are they about to actually win the invasion? I don't think so. No, they won't. No, they won't. But they will do a lot of flipping damage to these armies. That will significantly speed up the actual conquest. So, well done. Drown them in your blood. Go right the bloody hell ahead. Though, actually, okay, they're down to 3. No, they can't be about... No, they won't win. They won't... I don't know. Oh, it's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. 100... Yeah, it's very even. No, one of them decided to pull out. One of them is pulling out right now. They are definitely... No, another one of them decided to pull out. Okay. And then down to... No, they're not going to win, but they might be able to take out one more army yet. Bloody hell. Right, okay. Stability is collapsing. No time whatsoever. You might be able to make these guys pull back, but... Okay. Well done. Honestly, you did much better than I thought you were going to. If I had my own men here, I would commit them at this point. So, well done. Really well done. Just, yeah, great work all round. So yeah, now the bombardment is going to be much flipping easier to do. Because at this point we can just basically start bombarding them a lot more easily. Well done. Screw it, I'm bringing up my own forces. We might actually be able to win this a lot faster than I was expecting. And the Euthonians have started openly insulting me. Well, I don't care what those stupid tentacle faces have to say. Screw you all. And society research, aha. Now, what do we want here? Defense army, naval capacity. Ooh, soldier jobs create additional naval capacity. That's interesting. Or, no, lead a lifespan up. That's very, very important. And it matches up with your specialization, so you'll be able to do that very nice and quickly. Now, the other exciting thing, robo-modding. So, we can actually begin creating templates for my robots, which is very, very cool indeed. So, obviously, I want 2 templates in particular. I would like a farming template and a miner template. So, let's see what we can do here. So number 1, farmbot, plural of which is farmbot, and the adjective of which is farmbotian, obviously. These guys need to have themselves minerals, harvesters. So obviously we give them harvesters, and that requires, yeah, that actually has a cost of 2. So what else can we actually do with this? Increase resources from, oh, is that just all jobs? Yeah, just resources from all jobs, 5%. Or double jointed, housing usage minus 10%. Right, what can I do to actually, yeah, win some stuff back? So, I could make them more difficult to house, which is potentially of interest, because housing is pretty easy to get set up, really. Robot upkeep, ooh, minus 10% upkeep. That would save me a fair bit of energy, you know. Or I can make them, yeah, more expensive in favor of, ooh, assembly. Mass-produced, interesting. And then recycled, assembly costs down, albeit that's very expensive. Or luxurious, more expensive to craft, but that buys me an extra 2 points. Okay, well obviously the farm bots, I want them to be, yeah, harvesters. So food up from those jobs, plus 15%. If I were to make them just a tiny bit more difficult to house, because they're already cheap to house and they'll still be cheap to house, that means I can actually have, yeah, pop assembly speed up 15%. That's a lot of robots very quickly. Or I could just make them, yeah, cheaper to maintain. That could be very useful as well. That could be, ooh, do I want more of them or do I want them to be cheaper? Yeah, you know what, I want them to be cheaper because then I can use the savings to actually fund the additional housing. So I think I'm pretty happy with that, yes. So that is going to be the farm bot. And then the robot, let's just create another template. Obviously, this is now going to be the mine bot. And same basic idea. So create that template as well. Spot on. So we now have farm and mine bots. Right, so now that's been done, I need to apply the template. So, yep, here we go. So farm bots need to be on Cornwall. So that is going to cost Yeah, that's going to cost a fairly large amount to do, but I do need the food. So, we're going to apply that template. So that is going to, yeah, take a year and a half. Do it. You may as well flip and do it. Get on with that. So that's going to significantly increase the amount of food that's being produced right there. Now, as for the production of robots going forward, what are we actually producing at this point? Here we go. As far as I can tell, I don't actually set this. So over on Asprania, the next robot that's being produced is just going to be a minebot. So I'm guessing it's doing that because it would rather have people doing the mining. Why is it not actually doing a farm bot? That's weird. I'm not sure why it doesn't want that to be a farm bot, to be honest. Because, yeah, there are people doing farming jobs, so I thought it would want to do a farming. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sure that's all fine. I'm sure it's all A-okay. Although when I say it's all A-okay, I'm sitting on a giant pile of money, and Asprania has buildings that need to be built, and also, you know, populations that need jobs. Yes, I did say this. Gene clinics. Gene clinics are excellent. Get on with all of that business. And better, more traditions coming through as well. So city districts providing additional jobs are sort of nice. Or buildings and districts have their cost down by 10. Builds be increased by. Yeah, that's quite useful. Let's get on with that. That also opens up public works division. City districts provide, an extra housing for each city district. That's actually pretty good, yes. Here's the problem. Foundation has mining jobs that need to be done, and Asprania has people who need jobs. So, good news, robots, you're off doing a thing. Still, good news here. The economy is starting to look much improved, and I think part of that is, subject taxes have gone up from 20 to 42. So, after recovering from the war and doing a little bit of rebuilding, the Ganvius are now in much better shape. And now they're in much better shape, obviously, that means they're handing over a lot more in the way of taxation, and the Ganvius block flippin' lovers, actually. Oh, just absolutely marvellous. Good. I'd thought they'd, might object to what had recently occurred down on Val Show, but no, they're cool with it. They fully accept that that was kind of their own fault for invading before anyone gave them the order to, like a bunch of idiots. And as we're sitting on a very healthy amount of alloys, commencify reinforcements. Let's get Murder of Pirates up to strength, please. I want to see more ships piling into that. Oh, more trouble up north. Tenants of Tabby have declared that the extremely tasty elves are their rivals. Yeah, only a matter of time till that all goes horribly wrong. And wait, hang on, aren't you guys the... Oh. So, this here's the spiritual Fallen Empire. And, this here is the Materialist Alliance. Oh, that's gonna go horribly wrong then, gotcha. Okay, now Ganvius. This would be the right time to invade this planet, when it is literally out of defense. But tragically, these days we need to actually wait for someone to show up to take the damn place. And also, who's just opened up the... Wait. Who are you guys again? Are you guys the guys up? No, you guys are the guys over here. You're these guys. Fine, okay, you're warming up to us, you weird mushroom creatures. Now, we do desperately need a bit more in the way of housing over on Foundation. Populations are still growing, albeit a little bit on the slow side. Probably best we... Actually, hang on, how close are you to? Oh, you're almost at your, population of 20. Okay. I've got a plan in that case. We'll just give you guys some luxury accommodations. Though actually, no. It'll make more sense to actually give you guys a city. Right now, you literally don't have a city. You all just live in the mines. So, yeah, let's actually give you, somewhere to live. That seems like a fair thing to do. Now, if I want to go upgrading my actual research labs into research complexes, I need gas. Right, over to the market here. Let's have a little look-see. If I want to buy gas, that costs... Ouch. Gas is expensive. But I am floating a very big pile of energy right now. I could buy enough gas just to basically... Okay, I've bought enough gas just to actually get that started. Now, hang on. For each one that I want to actually have set up here, this will be over on Foundation. For each one of these I want to get set up, this is an upkeep of 1 gas every month. So I just need 2 gas if I wanted to have both of these never mind. I just clicked the upgrade button. That's fine. That's A-okay. Everything's under control. I need 1 gas to maintain that. Okay, I just need the 1 gas. So gas currently goes for 13.34. I am willing to pay up to, shall we say 15 for a gas. Okay, so I'm assuming that because the price is 13.31 and actually falling at the minute, that means I can buy that right now. But also, I can actually produce... Oh, I can just produce my own. Oh, I probably should have just done that, to be honest. Right, where are my construction ships, by the way? What are they doing at this exact moment in time? You're over there, and you're over... Wait, where are you? Oh, yeah, you're way over there. Sorry, I forgot I sent you all the way over there. Right, well, the other one, after you're done with, like... that. Oh, actually, there's an exotic gas right there. Oh, that's fine. Just take care of that. Then when you're done, just, like, swing around the galaxy and, like, grab the rest of it or something. Also, I'm increasingly curious. So, Foundation. How is that, in theory, planning to ship its trade around? In fact, can that even ship trade around? I don't know, because, yeah... you actually have to pass through territory that doesn't belong to me to ship that back to Ospra. Because right now that's 17 trade that just isn't being collected on Foundation. And I know there's 25 trade not being collected on Prosperity. We just can't do anything about the Prosperity quarantine zone right now, okay? We'll get to that when we're strong enough to take down the Void Spawn. The thing is, there's not a huge amount of trade value in this part of the world at all, really. I mean, I probably should actually just have Foundation set up as a trade hub. Then I've got the Vortex right here. If I were to just have this set up, except that's actually set up to defend itself. Yeah, that's set up defensively at the minute. I could trade that out for, yeah. Oh, if I upgraded that to a star hole, that's a bit on the expensive side. And I have just kind of burnt a lot of alloys on fleet upgrades. Yeah, I could collect this, but I wouldn't be able to collect this. It's probably better if I were to have, yeah, Foundation, and then, if possible... Oh, in all fairness, it's not really worth it to have, like, 2 trade hubs just to get the 2 trade up there. But Foundation and 1 trade hub will also pick up this. It never hurts to actually have, yeah, some form of upgraded station around a planet. So... okay, Foundation, you can be upgraded. There you go. And here we go. The farm bots have all been upgraded. So now, over on Cornwall, we should now have dedicated farm bots. There we go. Farm bots. Okay, so at the end of this month, I'm assuming we should see a really nice little increase in the amount of food coming in. Because every single one of those farm bots is now producing bonus 15% food, which is... arguably not the biggest amount in the world, because there's only like 3 of them. Much of this farming is being done by stuff that is not robots, but... oh, the planetary invasion has begun, and has also been immediately won as well. Spot on. We have successfully invaded. Good. Now, slight problem. That's actually it. That's literally all of it. So, how do we force you guys to surrender? Well, I suppose we could just... wait, hang on. Hang the flip on. If we settle the status quo, a new Valdarian Empire will be created as an ally or subject out of the 10 occupied Valdarian systems, but they don't have any other planets, do they? Where are their other planets? Like, they wouldn't have a capital anymore. How would that work? Okay, that's interesting. I mean, maybe we just have to go around and just claim everything and then force them to a white peace, which effectively just means it will be a newly renamed empire. I guess? I'm not quite sure. Oh, and the last of our friends has made contact. The Pax Romana are out there somewhere, currently being ruled by whoever that guy is. So, we wish to be friends, Romans. Ah, there they are. Actually, we've been quite close by to where they've been all along. So, alright guys, there's Vesta, the capital. What have you guys been getting on with? So they are inferior to us right now. They are... ooh, they're actually part of a federation too. So part of a federation with... oh, the Heart people. That's nice. You're the... yes, you're the weird creepy guys. So you guys, part of a lovely federation. Who do you not like? You don't like... Ah. You don't like the guys basically all around you, including... That's the... Is that the trade guys up north, or is that the trade guys down... That's these guys. Oh, you've actually got trouble with... oh, the Onderen. Oh, I think you could be in a bit of trouble. They look bigger than you. Ah, and the Ganvius would actually like to have a migration treaty. You are more than welcome to have it, but let me just quickly check. What are you people actually good at? Society research up, resilient. Okay, potentially society research up might be of use somewhere. And the Valdari have surrendered, despite the fact they're only like 64% or something. But I don't know, maybe taking their capital actually begins a timer or something. Yeah, I was slightly worried what was supposed to be going on there. Okay, that is indeed the best possible outcome. And the real question is, how much are we suddenly going to start gaining from subject taxes? Because right now it was about 42, so that just jumped up to 60. Though I'm guessing, yeah, just for the minute, you guys are probably a little bit on the damage side. Probably not too much, actually. We didn't really do a huge amount to your systems. Yeah, devastation was 18%. We did kill a very large amount of your armies, though weirdly you've just sort of grown them back surprisingly quickly. I don't think we destroyed... Nope, we didn't destroy a single building. So you guys should recover from this pretty quickly. Now, one thing I do want to do as well, the mine bots. I'd like to apply that template to Foundation, please. That's going to affect 6 pops. It's going to be quite significant. It's going to take, yeah, 2 years to update all of them to the new firmware, but honestly, I think it's worth it. Right, well, I think I know what we need to do now. Even if it's going to be horrendously expensive in terms of energy, we are swimming in energy. It is time for Fen Habanis to be settled. 100... Why can't I actually do that? Lacking... Oh, bloody hell. Okay, apparently we're really lacking in alloys right now. That's fine. Over to the market. If we are lacking in alloys, we shall simply buy alloys. Marvellous. And by the way, are we now actually gaining... Yeah, we're gaining exotic gases. So we can totally just cancel that right now. So yeah, that's the maximum price you're willing to pay. So you need to make sure that's higher than the current price on the market. But yeah, prices are just fluctuating as people buy and sell all over the place. Alloys. Yeah, I'm just going to buy myself 125 of them. Spot on. And that should mean I can actually get, yeah, the colony ship underway. Now, ooh. Who do I actually want on the colony ship? Like, technically everyone's... Oh, Romans. Do we have... How long have we had Romans inside the... Ooh, that's nice. Well, if we do have Romans, that's great. That's really good. But let's send ours over. Do we have a migration treaty with Rome? I guess we must do. Also, my flipping influence is full. Right, that's a surprise. That's because, yeah, I don't have enough alloys to lay down anything else. Right, well, in that case, over to the edict screen, wherever that is. Where are the edicts? Oh, yeah, research grants. Get those research grants out of there. Absolutely marvellous. Oh, and this is exciting. So these days, yeah, rare resources actually activate a whole bunch of edicts. So I can spend rare crystals on crystalline sensors for the next 12 years, sensor range +1, or focusing crystals. Oh, energy damage plus 25% for 12 years. That's right. So this is the sort of thing you might want to do just before a major war begins then. Just say basically, right, for the next 12 years, I'm going to be able to see further and move faster and have more shield points and also hit harder with my kinetic weapons and also energy weapons and also screw you in general. Ooh, now that's very exciting. And yeah, go on then, pop growth speed up for 2,000 as well. That'll do us for the time being. Do we want capacity? Yeah, why not? Let's have capacity overload on as well. We've got a flip ton of influence right now. We may as well get that underway. Okay. And now we've got ourselves some subjects. The question is how much they like me. So far, not a huge amount due to threat, but that should hopefully wear off over time. And yes, for some reason, even though I don't have a migration treaty with them, Romans just showed up as something I could have. Do I have Romans? Hang on. No, there's no Romans in the Empire, so I'm not quite sure why I was just allowed to put them on my colony ship. That's very peculiar. And Prosperity desperately needs additional amenities. So, Prosperity can probably have... Yeah, they can probably do with some entertainers. The Hollow Theatres will do a good job there. We've already got the Gene Clinic, so... actually, I could just upgrade the Gene Clinic. That would actually lead to... yeah, that would need gas. But mean I could actually have 5 people working as doctors. But that can't possibly be... No, it's the building that needs the gas. The jobs do not need the gas. The jobs would just be an extra 3 doctors, providing an extra 15 amenities, but also a ton of extra growth capacity. Which, arguably, would not be a terrible thing at all. Better than actually a Hollow Theatre anyway, because then you'd also get the benefit of... yeah, screw it. Let's do that. Let's just see how that goes. Marvellous. In which case, yeah, we can instead hand over the new building to... something else that we need. In fact, ooh, you know what we could do with? We could do with alloy foundries. That's certainly true. Or, if we need some more housing to keep up with all the new people that might be moving in, yeah, some luxury residences just to actually shore up the deal. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, and as for flipping foundation, right, there's now... yeah, there's now a lot more scientists, I think, than there are actually miners. There's the same number of flipping researchers. Oh dear, we need mine bots over there as quickly as possible, actually. Right, okay, the population's only 20 right now. We could actually put down another robot assembly plant. Honestly, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's get down another robot assembly plant. Let's get this place producing its own robots. Oh, we're up to gaining 181 energy. Finally, the economy is looking like it's in good shape. Flipping finally. Now we just need to potentially swap some of this for... actually, I don't dare trade in the energy for the actual alloys, though at this point I could just actually set up a monthly trade, which would be lovely, just to get more alloys in. I mean... yeah, okay, I'm not going to trade away the actual stockpile. I might need that for settling Coruscant, but over in the market, I think there is something we can do. Let's add a new monthly trade for alloys. I need more alloys. I would like to buy alloys. I would like to buy... hang on, they are purchased for... ouch, those are expensive. Well, I guess they are alloys, fine. If they're about 12 or so each... okay, that is per unit. I'd be willing to sacrifice... I'll go up to 15. I will buy 3 alloys for 15. That's... yeah, that's okay. That's a-okay. I will add that in, and then that will just occur unless the price prohibits it. Gotcha. Though it looks like actually the price is dropping a little bit. I love the new dynamic economy. I just enjoy watching it. It's great. Though honestly, I've got so many minerals coming in right now, I could just use those and just set up more alloy foundries, but then I wouldn't have the minerals to do all the upgrades on all these various planets I've got, which would be useful as well. In fact, bloody hell, we need more stuff over on Asprania. What are you actually lacking? You're lacking in jobs, are you? Really? I'm kind of surprised, actually, that there's not enough jobs to go around. Actually, this problem will sort itself out, because very soon I'll take the tradition that gives you 1 additional job per city. So what I should probably do instead is... what robots do we have actually in play right now? That's a normal robot. Okay. I guess we could ship that out. It would still do a pretty good job. Yeah, that's actually the first mine bot that's being constructed right there. And leader lifespan up 10 years, and ooh. Gene tailoring and genetic modification. You know, I've never actually done the genetic modification thing before. Previously, I've always preferred going towards robots. And then, yeah, during Tenets of Tabby Run, I actually went down the more spiritual route. Yeah, go on then. Let's see how biological actually does. Now, how are my allies doing right now? These guys over here, the Ganvius, they're up to, yeah, 1,100 odd strength. As for, yeah, the Valdari, they've only got 269 for now, but they're probably still recovering. How is your devastation level? Back down to how it should be. Marvellous. So, they do have some problems with housing and unemployment for the time being, but I think they're actually recovering nicely, which probably means taxes are up to 105. We're getting 105 energy from just taxing our vassals right now. Oh, that's so sexy. And I can just trade that for whatever I need. And I can use that. I can use that to settle Coruscant. And you know what? I'm going to keep the name Fen Habanis because I actually quite like it. It's quite fun to say. Oh, time for another election. 2280. So, the young kid who's doing, honestly, a very good job right now. Alternatively, Claws of Scion. He would increase, yeah, energy credits. Interesting. Xenophile Ethics Attraction is not particularly interesting to me. Or fleet expansion. Ship build cost. The fleet is broadly as big as I can make it. To be honest, we're probably better off, yeah, just backing this guy. Let's just make sure he stays in his position. He's doing a good job. Ah, slight issue. The gas extraction wells won't be done for another 2 years. Our exotic gases are going to run out in 12 months. Okay, so basically I just need to keep ourselves going on exotic gases for the next 2 years. Well, that's absolutely fine. There's probably a market solution to this. So I'd like to buy 1 exotic gas, which is, yeah, about 12. Honestly, that's fine. I just want to buy 1 a month. I'm happy to pay up to 15 for that. Remember to cancel that down the line. There we go. We'll just add that to our automatic acquisition diddly-diddly-dee. That should sort that out. And we've completed the modifications of the... Oh, the mine bots are all ready to go over on Foundation. Yeah, it is now a giant pile of mine bots producing a huge old pile of minerals. Beautiful. Meanwhile, huge numbers of owls just working on researches as well. Love it. New war breaks out. Oh, I expected this one. Yep, it's the Kingdom of Yonderim. They're attacking the Pax Romana and their allies, the little weird heart bugs next door. Oh, guys, I've got bad news. I think you're in trouble. I really wish we could help, but they are so far away, and there's a lot of people who hate us and have closed the borders between me and them. In fact, yeah, I'd have no way of getting through to them, even if I wanted to. I'm so sorry, guys. You are in a lot of trouble right now. And, ooh, hello, Earth Custodian ships. Sorry, you guys never actually introduced yourselves. Blimey. Ah, it's rogue servitors. So Earth is alive and well. It's just a bunch of robots are now basically running the show. They're just pampering the humans so much the humans just cannot be bothered to actually, you know, do anything like engage in intergalactic diplomacy. But yes, they are actually. Hang on. You guys are associates of the Pax Romana. Oh, it's a shame you didn't actually get in on that. It would have been good if you had got in on that. That would have been lovely. In fact, actually, the Romans have associate status with loads of people. One of the traders, the Earth Custodian ship, the Polismus, the seaweed people down there, the actual criminals down south. If you guys can actually bring all those guys together, then you might stand a chance against the Kingdom of Yonderim. But right now, I think you're in trouble. Ah, yes, and Foundation is now officially claiming its own trade. The question is, where's it being... Ah, it is being shipped back. It's just, I think... Oh, hang on. Really? All of it's making it there. Ah, it's probably because it's not valuable enough to be stolen. Though, yeah, we do have some problems. The trade of Valis is being stolen. The trade of... Hang on, where's the trade of XT? 2/3 of that is getting through. There's plenty of defense being generated from... Wait, from the Rontus blockade? Are you sure? That's a very long way away. Well, may as well have the murder of pirates patrolling in that case. Get back over there, start doing the rounds. Let's make sure those pirates are taken care of. But yet, we do now have trade being shipped back from Foundation to Ospra, which is why that's jumped up to 117. And yeah, that 21 trade is officially being banked as well. Beautiful. And another fallen empire comes out of the woodwork. The Zenak superintelligence has decided to open its borders. Now, do we know where the Zenak superintelligence actually is? But there it is, the Zenak continuity. So those guys are just bumbling around here, close by to the Yonderim and the Romans. So yeah, the question now is, who's going to wake up when? And also, where are the xenophobes? I'm guessing somewhere up here. Yeah, the Quirumulan seem to definitely be cooling off to joining up to this federation up here. There's now a defensive pact with the Sakit. down over in this direction. So, and they've just closed their borders to us as well, possibly in sympathy for what the Quirra Milan are doing. Yeah, okay. So these guys are keen on blocking any further expansion. At this point, sure, I've picked off a couple of little guys, but everyone else is now starting to partner up into the federations that I'm not allowed to be in. From now on, it's going to be a lot harder going. Ah, the Romans might have a chance, though, because the AI these days is much better at fortifying its borders. So Demons Maw has a proper, yeah, really high-quality starhold right there. Maybe Rome can actually hold out and just block the Onderim from ever making it inside their territory. They might be able to wait out a white peace. And with the fleets back on patrol, I believe trade has just improved significantly. Yep, trade is now all getting through. Meaning I'm now making how much from trade? 177. In fact, actually, with this much actually being generated, so much of an energy surplus, oh, we can finally do it. We can finally do what I've been planning to do for some time, which is... where's that trade policy? Trade policy can move away from wealth creation and into consumer benefits. And that way, I don't need to actually bother producing as much in the way of consumer goods by myself anymore. What else do we have here? Gas extraction, ready to go. Spot on, and we can harvest moats. And there's armor, which actually we shouldn't even really have access to yet. I've just kind of been researching the debris from blowing up the Valdari. So that's already half flipping done. Spot on. Though I can never resist an ion thruster. Anything that boosts sublight speed, I'll always take first. But oh yes, this is going well. This is starting to look very, very good. Oh, there we go. Plus 44. The consumer goods. So that means, yeah, for the medium term, we don't need to bother investing in any more consumer goods. We do not need to do any of that. In fact, actually, yeah, that is 2 jobs right there on Cornwall. That's producing just 12. So we could now knock that building down and replace it with something more productive. They're probably best instead to just actually slap down a basic city. A city would be a good idea here. Slap down a city and, ooh, we could have all sorts of things here. I mean, Cornwall is a bit of a backwater if we're honest. And by the way, what's going on here? Shortage of exotic gases. There shouldn't be a shortage of exotic... Oh, apparently there is a shortage of exotic gases. I'm sorry, I thought we actually had a trade deal to sort that out. Hang on. Right, Cornwall, you can actually have yourselves just some basic resource silos. Just because, you know, we need to put them somewhere, and Cornwall is relatively unimportant, all things considered, right at the moment. Right, to the market, buy some more gas, everything's fine. And in comes the colony ship. There we go. Fenhabanas, which is technically like a sub-district of Foundation, which just feels weird, but okay. Yeah, Fenhabanas is being settled. It's going to take a few years to take place, of course, because we need to, like, I don't know, find a place to land. The whole place looks a little bit busy. And make sure we've got plenty of energy saved up because, yeah, it's going to take an awful lot of energy to actually, yeah, clear out that place. Oh, and go on. On Asprania, we actually have spare buildings and people who need jobs. Upgrade the labs. We've got gas coming in right now. Let's get some flipping gas coming in. And I'm aware we're losing gas. It's fine. I am acquiring more. Amenities is fine for the time being. I wouldn't mind more alloy foundries, to be honest. But is that the most sensible thing to actually have right here on the capital? That might be better placed on Foundation. Though, admittedly, Foundation's growing a little bit slowly right now. In fact, actually, Foundation desperately could do with just a handful more. Ooh, site of revitalization. Oh, we could upgrade that as well. Right, back to the market. Spend more money. Spend more money in the market, please. Just spend, yeah, screw it. Just buy a whole bunch of gas. That'll keep us going for the time being. Right, Foundation. We're going to upgrade this to a proper, yeah, there we go. That'll get you what you need in terms of amenities. We'll just have doctors, like 3 doctors for every patient. Because now that we've got consumer goods, that means we can just actually throw down research labs flipping everywhere. Because why not? Yeah, go on. This research lab becomes a research complex. This research lab is just a research lab. We can upgrade it almost immediately. Okay, now that we've actually got enough energy coming in of our slaves, I mean partners, down south, that means I can actually turn the trade policy to something more useful, meaning that frees up the buildings to actually be producing. Oh yeah, now we can just research like crazy. This is the point where we catch up on the research. Yeah, shields. Get shields in production. That's going to take under a year because we stole some of the knowledge from the Valdari. I think technologically they might have actually been ahead of us, but yeah, now we know all their secrets. Spot on. Oh, perfect. It would appear that the Valdari have recovered very quickly because they honestly weren't even hit that hard by us. So they've already got 1,000 strength back up and running. The Ganvias have 1,000. I've got about, 4,000 odd between all my fleets and reinforcements coming in right now. Yep, there's just the reinforcements piling out of Valas, joining up with the rest of the fleet which is on patrol. I think it's time. I think it's actually time for me and the Tile State and the Ganvias and the Valdari, all of us together, all of us entirely freely choosing to go of our own will, kind of a little bit I suppose. It's time for us to take out the dicks to the north, and I can't help but notice there's one thing I could actually do up there, and hang on, someone's just declared war on someone over there, and ooh, you're attacking the flipping Yonderim, are you? That's ballsy, you are tiny. Though I tell you what, it's a good time to do it. The Yonderim are busy just doing a tiny bit of invading down here at the south of Roman territory, but the Romans and their loving allies, they've counter-invaded through the Demon's Maw. They've actually taken a fair bit of land up north. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting indeed. We might have to keep an eye on that war. Yeah, sorry. The interesting thing I did actually notice is the Euthonians are officially inferior to us. And that means I don't just need to go in with a war of conquest. That means I can officially do a war of subjugation. I could bring this entire empire into my sphere of influence, though I need to consider if that's what I actually want to do. The problem is, they hate me, and they will always hate me, meaning they'll basically just be waiting for a chance to stab me in the back. I might be better off just taking a bit of territory off them, while simultaneously just, destroying the Rontus fleet, destroying their fleet, laying the groundwork to potentially do a more conclusive war down the line. They may have less fleet strength than me, but I'd be worried. You see, the thing is, these guys are fundamentally fairly on board with me. Me and them get on. Xenophiles, all of that business. The Ganvius have really come round to being slaves. They are 100% cool with this these days, but these guys, they are never gonna come round to working for me. They will despise me. They will cause trouble for me. I don't know if I actually want them to exist as my vassals. We might have to consider what the right way to handle that situation is. Yeah, we'll have a little think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see if I can figure out what the right thing to do is, and that will be coming up very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Stellaris MegaCorp. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.